Have you ever felt lost or alone? Would you like to learn insights into discovering who you truly are through the love of your pet? Do you know that animals have the ability to dramatically alter your life for the better? If so, then today's show is for you. Our guest will share her story of surviving childhood abandonment through the powerful love of her dog. She will discuss how animals support you to better appreciate the world around you. And she'll be doing some live mini readings of your pets. So, as you know, as I like to say, get your pen and pad ready. You're going to want to take some notes. Buckle up. We're getting ready to take a ride in the quantum field and possibly way beyond. Buckle up. I wouldn't want you to go flying off to another dimension, especially right before the Thanksgiving holidays. Or, just maybe, that's exactly what you need. Welcome to the People and Pets Show. Welcome to the People and Pets Show. I'm so grateful that you're with us today, and I'm so grateful to have with our guest, Suzanne Thibault. Hi, Suzanne. How are you doing?
Hi. It's great to be here, Mark. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's great. In the course of doing this show, again, it's been going on, I guess, since last May. I get to have a lot of cool guests on, and often the guests will say, hey, you need to have someone on. They'll really be great fit for your show, and for your audience will love them. And this was from, some of you remember my guest, Dr. Tricia Working, back in July.
Yes.
I recommended. She said, you need to have Suzanne on your show. She'll be great. So we came to connect. And also Suzanne's, could you give just briefly, we'll go deeper into it, but you just launched a book. Could you tell?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay.
Yeah, show it.
Because hey, it's exciting.
Yeah.
My first book launched on Saturday on Amazon. It's called Animal Wisdom Tales. And just quickly, what I did, I was guided by spirit to interview animals and ask them one question. What message would you like to share with us human beings to help us understand life? And all those messages are in the book.
Okay. Well, we're going to go back to that because I'm sure a lot of people want to know what were some of those top 3 messages that you got probably often. Yeah. So again, thank y'all for being here. We had a little tech issue with the Be Live TV platform. We're here on Zoom. Hopefully more people will be jumping on the call. So thank you if you're seeing this live or on replay. There are so many things you could be doing with your time right now. And we're both so grateful that you've chosen to spend some of it with us. We have these conversations. We want you to get a lot of value. There'll be an opportunity to have mini readings of your animals. So it's a great opportunity. So thank you for being here. Again, either live or on replay. Also, if you're seeing this, this show will probably be on Facebook or on, in this case, Zoom. Make sure to give it a like or thumbs up. And also, if you're seeing the replay on YouTube or on Facebook, again, please subscribe to the People and Pets channel and give it a like. So again, apologize for this little bit delayed start today, but we're here and we'll get ready to rock and roll. So I'd like to briefly introduce myself. I'm Mark Hernandez. I'm the owner and founder of People and Pets Energetics. I'm a holistic practitioner that helps people, animals, and their spaces when they've hit the wall with health and well-being issues. Basically, I have intuitive gifts and extensive training to read the subtle energy fields of people, animals, and spaces, and then identify and release non-beneficial energies that are locking in place health and well-being issues. For people, what frequently gets them on the door? They're in some level of pain. They've already gone to their medical doctors, which is always their first stop, get their tests run, see what's going on. Often the results come back and they make some changes in their life and there's still a missing piece. Maybe they've done some alternative work, chiropractic, acupuncture, whatever, and that's helped too. and there's still a missing piece. So the people that come to me frequently have already gone through what I call the low-hanging fruit, the things that work for 95% of people, and they're still stuck. So for your pets, 2 quick categories: unwelcome behaviors, the peeing and pooing in the household, separation anxiety, you introduce a new pet in the household, and the dynamics get wonky. The other category is people already have taken their pet to the vet, which is always the first stop. Like if it's the peeing and pooing, get it checked out, make sure nothing's going on veterinarily. So people have taken their pet to the vet. There is something going on. I can provide a layer of energetic support. And the last category, spaces. You know, we've all gone to places that you go, whoa, this place feels weird. I got to get out of here. Okay, often for a variety of reasons, the spaces can get misaligned and out of balance. I can restore the harmony to the space. So all my work is non-invasive, safe, gentle, and yields results. At times, immediately, and in other instances, over time. I do 95% of my consultations remotely by phone or video technologies such as Zoom. So, great. With that brief introduction, or long, let me introduce our guest today, Suzanne Thibault. Suzanne Thibault is an animal communicator, pet relationship specialist, and spiritual life coach, serving animal lovers to effectively communicate with their pet. As the founder of Soul Safari, her mission is to support women who love animals and their pets to rebalance body, mind, and emotions. Hands, and well, imagine this is a paw, healing together with the Holy Spirit. All right. All right. Her core message: love makes all things possible. Helps people connect to and understand their relationship with their animals for greater self-awareness in life and business. Okay, so this is all encompassing, not just one piece. Again, kind of a holistic approach to people and their pets. Suzanne is an inspirational speaker who speaks straight from the heart to engage audiences about animal communication for their personal awareness and their animals' health and well-being. She imparts tangible, easy to understand concepts that empower animal lovers to deepen their relationship with their pet for their personal well-being and life balance. And the topic of our conversation today, Saved by Love, discovering yourself through PAWsitive pet relationships. Suzanne, welcome to the People and Pet Show.
Hi, Mark. Thank you so much. I'm excited for this conversation.
Yeah, I am too. So, you know, one question I usually start people with, you know, obviously you went through some challenges in childhood, and your dog helped you get through that. And so if you could share some of the pivotal moments in your journey from where you started to where you are today, how'd you get to doing what you're doing today?
Oh, sure. My childhood experience of abandonment was the biggest pivotal moment for my lifetime so far.
Yeah.
Let me take you back in time. I grew up in a very dysfunctional household where I felt unloved and unwanted. And I had a childhood dog named Wiggles. She was a small, little, curly, white-haired mutt of a dog. And she was my best friend. And Wiggles taught me something important, that love makes all things possible, because her love was bigger than my fear. At age 8, my parents, who were crazy, decided
the shorthand of it. Okay.
I know. That's a nice way to put it.
Okay, yeah.
They decided to go on vacation to Tahiti for 2 weeks and left me home alone. And it was not like the movie Home Alone, where 8-year-old Kevin goes grocery shopping and orders pizza. Instead, I went into deep, traumatic, painful fear, the kind of PTSD type of fear.
Yeah.
I was scared out of my wits. I felt abandoned and alone and ashamed and rejected. I cried out in pain, and that's when I first heard Wiggle speak to me. She said, "Don't be afraid. You are not alone. I am here with you, and I love you." And those words lifted me up out of that fear. And I gave her a hug. I was in shock that I heard her say that. But she also showed me I wasn't alone and that she loved me and that I was there with her. And so her love did save my life because I felt like I was going to die with being abandoned.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that set the stage for my whole life then. Is I didn't realize love makes all things possible till I was an adult.
Yeah, sure.
But that's when I first started to talk to animals, was then. Okay. The trauma, though, was so deep, I repressed it. And it came out in my 40s.
Yeah.
We all, kids can't handle stuff like that.
Yeah.
They can't. And so we repress it and store it inside till it's ready to come out when we can handle it. So in my 40s, it started coming out. And it was interesting the way it came out. So my current dog is Odie. He's a Dachshund Terrier mix.
Yeah.
He was sleeping on the couch next to me and I was meditating. And I began to have intuitive pictures of Odie being kicked in the chest every time he barked. And I realized he was abused as a puppy. Oh. And that brought up my memories of my childhood abuse.
Sure.
So in that way, he was showing me to remind me about my abuse. And that started me on my healing journey then. And also started Odie's healing journey so we could help him heal his issues from being a puppy and being abused.
Yeah. Wow. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you can see how powerful the love of animals is, how much they truly support us. I would not have remembered that abandonment if Odie didn't help me. In that way, he was my healer and my teacher and my counselor. And this is what our pets are doing for us every single day. Through their love and through their behaviors, they are speaking to us and showing us things that we hold inside that we might not be aware of.
Yeah. That's so interesting because I've had it with a lot of my clients and myself recently. Most people in this lifetime have gone through traumatic moments in one form or another. And I had some things recently come up, and finally for me again, that they said it was some of it was past life stuff that I never dealt with, and that now it's coming up for resolution in this lifetime. So okay, well,
lucky you.
I feel some pain. I said, I can't short circuit it. They go, no. I go, okay. But that's so important because I've heard a lot of people also with their animals telling me recently that the animals are often, quote unquote, acting out or doing something to get your attention or just, to get your attention, that they're often the catalyst for people healing themselves, their pets and themselves. Yep. So it's so interesting. And I'm sure a lot of our viewers can relate to that. So people want to, send me in a comment. Also, I'm going to be checking the Facebook, even though we're on Zoom, if people can comment in. Great. Hold on. Yeah, let me just, because I did get a message from one of my regular viewers. Let me just type her back real quick.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, what are some of the top reasons? Hold on, just give me 1 second. Sorry. All right. What are some of the main reasons people are seeking consultations for you in like the last six months?
Well, that's a variety of reasons. And I think people seek help from people like you and I because we fill the spiritual void that's missing from healing. They think that they don't understand the body, mind, spirit connection, and we can help to fill that void. But my clients come to me when they're worried or frustrated about their pet's behavior or health. And I feel I specialize more on the behavior side. That's what I've had to deal with in my own life with Odie. his aggressive barking and all kinds of issues with Odie to teach me so I could help other people. So for example, I had a client whose older cat was peeing outside the box, right next to the box. So she put down a pee pad thinking it was a temporary thing, but the cat kept peeing right outside the box. So she called me and said, can we just ask the cat, why is she peeing outside the box? Because I'm not understanding the message she's trying to give me.
Right.
So when we asked her cat said, Mom, you have a urinary tract infection and you forgot to take your medicine.
Oh.
And she went, oh my gosh, she's right. The cat's right. The medicine's sitting on the counter and I forgot to take it. And so then she started taking it and the cat returned to the box.
Okay.
So that's the power of animal communication. You can go straight to them and ask, why are you doing that behavior? Is there a message for me in it or not? Is it something you're dealing with on a personal level as a pet? And take it from there.
Okay. And because sometimes, like you said, you ask the animal and that solves everything. Perfect.
But not always. Yeah.
Okay. So that was my next question. That, you know, I would call it for me too, the low hanging fruit. I always tell people, start with the low hanging fruit. Simple.
Yeah.
And then if that doesn't resolve the cat still peeing, what would be kind of like your next step for you to work with the animal?
Then we go into a full month of conversations and healing work, because what we want to look at and talk to the animal about the relationship within the family. Is there any family disharmony going on? Is there something in the cat's life? Is there any health issue? Usually I haven't found peeing to be related to a health issue. It's usually a behavioral, emotional pain that the animal's holding on to.
Yeah.
And so if the cat continued to pee, we would continue to talk and ask the cat, when you were a baby kitten, did anything happen to you? And they would tell their story. And sometimes telling their story and actually having it heard helps their healing process. Because animals are a bit frustrated with us for being so closed off and not understanding their communication. And so when they do get to speak to us, they're so excited and happy that it helps them to heal too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
sometimes we have to do forgiveness exercises too with animals. Yeah.
Okay. Which actually kind of leads me back to your book that we started the show with. What are the top messages, like maybe top 3 or 5, whatever you think would be most valuable for the audience to know that maybe
I know. There's so many. So I'm just going to open the book and see where we land.
Whatever you feel guided to share. Yeah.
Yes. So there's Brittany, who's a Chihuahua Papillon, and she said also her only message was, be the love that you are. That was it. A lot of the pets gave a longer message, but she just said, be the love that you are, because she's noticing within us, within human beings, it's hard for us sometimes to express love, that those other emotions get in the way for us. Like we get frustrated or upset or concerned, or we worry. Instead, just let that all go and be the love.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Let's see. My dog Abby says, change your perspective and change your life. Okay. And she says that because we can get stuck in those ruminating thoughts that keep us stuck, the self-doubt, on and on and on. And she's saying, change your perspective about it. Tell it to be quiet, change your perspective, refocus onto something, and you'll feel better.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, you're a counselor. You're counseling us to do that. Yeah. And then there's Cat Jack, who says, a dream remains a dream without action upon it. And I think a human being might have said that. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah.
But that sounds similar to something a human being might say. A dream remains a dream without action upon it. And that's because if you look at what you're trying to accomplish in your life, even if I apply it to me and say, what dream am I trying to bring forth that I'm stalling on, that I'm procrastinating on? You got to take some form of action to bring your dreams to life.
Sure. No, absolutely. Yeah. So No, I'm always amazed, and going back to what you said about the importance, the centrality of love. It comes up time and time again that, sometimes clients say they're, or family dynamics, they're working with someone, the relationship's not too strong. They say, well, what can I do? I said, well, we can work on your piece of the relationship or your relationship with the pet or the pet, if pet often gives me permission. And in the meantime, just send them love, the 528 hertz frequency. So the intent of God's source creator, send it to them and they can receive it or not.
Yeah.
And it's just come back to that time and time again, that often just sending people love is a good, at minimum, starting point. And sometimes that's the full solution.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because love heals fear. It's not, like you said, it's a higher frequency emotion. So, yep.
Yeah. 528 for the miracle healing frequency, the love frequency. It's just where the body can regenerate. It's, I'll probably do a show just on that because it's been coming up a lot in conversation.
Oh, good. That'd be really interesting for all of us to learn and understand.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
So, would you like to lead us through some type of brief process or meditation, or do you do that type of things or some? Well,
the one I do in a group, I think is too deep for Facebook.
Okay. Yeah. For this. Okay.
So, the one tip I want everyone to communicate with their pet.
Yeah.
And you can do that. You don't have to talk to them, but you can watch their behaviors and ask yourself, what is my pet trying to tell me? Okay. Get curious with your pet because they speak through body language. We can talk to them using animal communication, but we also communicate with them through body language. Watch what they're doing. Are you working on writing something and your cat keeps pushing the pens off the desk because you're not writing?
Yeah.
Say, what is my cat trying to tell me? I need to get writing. He's pushing pens specifically off the desk. That's about writing. I need to get writing. So you're asking yourself, what is my pet's behavior trying to show me about myself?
Right. Cool. Yeah. It's so interesting because I was just working with a client this weekend, a cat in New York City. The cat was, as said, kind of chomping on her hand like an alligator, with no one else doing that with anyone else but the pet parent. And, long story short, and she gave me permission to share this, there had been a ghost in her apartment for 10+ years, and the cat was trying to get her to bring attention that ghost needs to be moved out.
Okay.
So she did, and the cat's improved. There's still some more things to work out, but a lot better. So again,
that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
An example of how animals, like you said, are giving us messages of what we need to be doing more in our lives.
Right. And we need to get out of our own way. And we love our animals as our family members. Take that up a notch and say, what they can be my teacher. What are they trying to show me? Yeah. Absolutely.
So if you'd like to share with us some of your favorite all-time success stories, like a couple of them that,
yes.
Years.
Yes. One of my favorites happened this year with a dog named Sinbad. Sinbad I think he was a 10-year-old miniature pinscher, very loved by his family. And I was driving to an evening meeting when I got a phone call from Sinbad's mom. And she was upset, and she was at the vet. She said, I'm at the vet with Sinbad. He started vomiting and had severe diarrhea and was lethargic. So I rushed him to the vet, and the vet is saying he's not going to make it. And I don't understand. It was so sudden. Can we just talk to him? So we did. So here she is at the vet, and we're talking to Sinbad. And Sinbad explained that mom was feeling guilty that she didn't notice he was sick soon enough, and it got to a point of no return. She was blaming herself, and Sinbad told his mom, you are not to blame. Throw away that guilt. Here's what happened. I was outside. I either drank water from a puddle or I stepped in a puddle and licked my paw and got this horrendous bacteria into my gut, which started destroying it. And there's nothing you could have done to fix it. There's nothing the doctors can do to fix it. Now is my time to go. And I give you permission to release me. And she was so heartwarming for her to hear that, to be given permission by her dog that it wasn't her fault, that she wasn't to blame, and that it was okay to let him go. In that moment, it gave her healing, in that she didn't grieve for weeks afterwards, after he passed. It was almost like a peaceful passing that Sinbad provided to her. And that really transformed her life. She tells everybody now about that experience she's had and how powerful it was. And it truly was powerful that animals care for us that deeply, and they want us to know we're not to blame for anything that goes on in their life. Yeah.
The piece you said, again, segueing, a friend of mine in the Chicago area had a cat that was, transitioning, and she was aware of that. Taking it to the vet, and it's kind of coming to the end. And, spent a lot of time with her cat. Yeah, went upstairs to do something, came back. Well, when she was back, she said all of a sudden 2 squirrels were insistently banging on the windows, okay? Giving her attention and looking at her. And she's very intuitive. She goes, I'm going to go check on my cat, Dimitri. So went back downstairs, and the cat had transitioned, and she can see things, so she saw the spirit leaving. It was very beautiful. But what she said was very interesting is that there were 17 squirrels outside in her yard waiting to be fed.
Wow. Wow.
So we're also talking about the animal kingdom, also our pets, but just broadly speaking, the animal kingdom is often communicating to us if we're willing to listen.
Yes, that's true. What a cool experience. Wow.
Yeah, it was very peaceful, and she knew, because she says squirrels never bang. She said she could tell those 2 were trying to get her attention.
Right.
Waiting outside to be fed. 17, not just 2 or 3, but 7.
Right. Well, and they were probably there for the cat too. So support
exactly.
Yeah, very, very beautiful. Yes, even wild animals communicate with us if we pay attention. Hummingbirds are really good. I think a lot of people, if you have a backyard, might have a hummingbird feeder, and if you just go stand out there, you can hear them chattering to you. They're very joyful.
Yeah, they're very, for me, I've always been majestic. I call them majestic.
I had an experience with a praying mantis once. This was years ago. I wasn't feeling good about myself. I was having a bad day, and I'm sitting at my dining room table, and on the sliding room door, this giant praying mantis landed there and said, don't be beating yourself up. You are a beautiful person. You are made from love, and I love you. And I'm like, it was totally an uninitiated conversation. This praying mantis just came to give me that message to help me to feel better. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Cool. So, where do you see your work heading in the next about 2 years or so? You feel like maybe you're starting a new directions or deepening a current direction, or where do you see it going?
Yeah, my work, I hope, will be able to reach more people and animals. I'm teaching animal communication. I really believe if people can communicate with their pet, they will change their life for the better. It deepens your relationship so much and gives you a strong connection to spirit, just to walk through life knowing how much you're supported by your pets. Yeah. And then there's might be another book coming.
Okay.
I don't know. I just want to get through this first one.
Of course. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I just feel that people might be afraid to hear what their pet has to say, because sometimes it's hard for us to look at what we're holding inside. It doesn't feel good. Yeah. But when we do look at it, and if we do allow our pets to support us in looking at it, we can release it. Right. And move forward in life and feel better and bring in more inner peace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Very cool.
Yeah.
Let me just check the Facebook one more time, see if anyone else by chance. Yeah, I apologize for little technical problems this morning, but all right. Suzanne, if you can share with us your people want to reach out to you, have more questions, want to learn more about your work, how to get your book, or if you offer courses, what's the best way to reach you or learn more about you?
The best way to reach me is via Facebook.
Okay.
You can search my name and find me. That's the easiest way to connect with me. My website is also my name, SuzanneThibault.net. And the book is on Amazon, so.
Show the book at least one more time.
Okay. All right. Animal Wisdom Tales is available on Amazon at a really deeply discounted price for the holidays.
Okay. Yeah, so if you're looking for a nice little holiday gift,
yeah,
for an animal lover, that may be a place to stop. So absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Facebook will lead them to your website and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep. It's all there on Facebook.
Great.
Yeah.
So are there any other final messages you'd like to leave our viewers with today that are live or probably on replay today at least?
I just want to hit home the message that love really does make all things possible. And when you connect in with the love of your pet, it heals your heart. So be sure and give your pet a hug today.
Yeah. Oh, great. Well, Suzanne, thank you again for being on the People and Pet Show. I greatly appreciate it. I'm sure people will be reaching out to you. They'll be watching the replay. And I know we'll be reaching out to you because people love it, especially when I have talking about
well, we love our animals.
How they can strengthen their relationship with their pet.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. So, yeah. So thank you again for being on the People and Pet Show. If you're seeing this on replay on Facebook, please give it a love, a thumbs up, and subscribe to the People and Pets channel. And please follow up with Suzanne. She has a lot of incredible heart-centered information that's going to benefit you and your animals. As you know, the People and Pets Show goes live every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m., 98% of the time through Facebook Live. Each week, I'll have on a leading guest in the area of holistic health and wellness for people, animals, or spaces. Next week, the topic of our show will be live mini healings. I'll be doing live mini healings for people and animals, and maybe even your spaces. Usually I'll do people or animals, but I'm just feeling guided to whoever shows up, whatever shows up, we're going to work with you next Tuesday. So join us live on Facebook, or I may do Zoom. I'll post it. So thank you again for being on the show. And again, if there's anything on your energetic plate, please give me a call. You can always find me at my website, People and Pets Energetics, www.peopleandpetsenergetics.com. Also, I'm going to be announcing another advanced ash work special event for pets. Be on the lookout for that. And also, the final plug is there's an Animal Wellness Summit coming up December 2nd to 11th, 2019, basically starting in 1 week from this recording. So check out my Facebook page. There are a lot of great people that will be presenting, sharing information. So please join us. All right. Well, have a great rest of your day, week. For those in the United States, happy Thanksgiving on Thursday. And we'll be in touch real soon. So this is Mark with People and Pets Energetics. Have a blessed day and a blessed week. Thank you. Bye-bye.